I knew Colgate was really good, and I know Matt Langle since he was a player at Penn, and they're really well coached to their system. Good big men who can shoot it. Really good guards. I thought we did a really good job on their point guard, who's really been their leading scorer and a tough guard to defend, and we did a really good job on him. And last time that Raymond was here, he had 30, so we chopped that in half. So that's a positive. And I thought his scheme was great. He really just tried to keep our freshman guards off balance with continuing to change defenses, man to man, 1-3-1, 3-2, just trying to mix it up to keep us off balance. And that definitely worked in the second half. We got a little stagnant, but. You know, it's good to see Mike out there, even though he's probably still only about 55 to 60%. He really impacted the game today. It's nice to see him get 23 minutes. And then, you know, what do you say about Rasheer? He just has that ability to score the basketball, and we knew that. And I've challenged him the last few days. So it was nice to see us score over 70. It was nice to see us make some free throws, and we got timely stops. That last 3 minutes is everything that we practice. End-of-game situations, we executed really well out of timeouts. And our defense, we did a nice job, and they barely scored until that three at the end.
Two things. Could you talk about why Mike started? And also, he had 12 and 8 in 13 minutes in the second half. How important was that for him to be productive in a closer game than as opposed to a blowout? Obviously, you'd want a blowout.
And make free throws.
Yeah.
I knew this wasn't going to be a blowout. They're too lethal from behind the arc. They have too many shooters on the floor. They're Bucknell. They remind me of a lot of Bucknell with Dave Paulson. It was huge. We started him because we wanted to keep him going because really he's sitting out for 10 minutes, 10 my time, not clock time, my time, and he's kind of getting cooled down, and maybe he would tighten up. So I asked John, of course, because John's been playing fantastic. I talked to John about, hey, I want to try this because I want to keep him loose and keep him, sweaty and ready to go. And I think it worked. I think it worked for the most part. He's still got to trust it. Where I felt like there was a big jump was that lob dunk late. He finally trusted both legs to go up and rip the rim off. And then it was great. He's really worked on his free throws. It was great to see him hit critical free throws in crunch time. So that was a big confidence boost for him. But not only him, our team. Lamar got a double-double, but I didn't think Lamar was Lamar. Lamar looked like a little tired today, to be truthful. And why not? We've asked him to do everything. So it was big that Mike really stepped up for us.
Coach, can you talk about Rasheer? I mean, you mentioned what more can you say about him, but sometimes this season he's kind of looked like he's playing a little bit too fast, not really setting his feet before he shoots. What do you think about him kind of playing calmer and more within himself today?
I thought he played at a great pace, and I thought our team really shared the ball. 15 assists is great, and I thought it would be more. Josh goes for 5. So we found him, and he had his feet ready. We talked the last couple days about being down and ready to shoot, the prep work that leads to made shots, and I felt like we did that today. He did that specifically.
Pat, you mentioned the free throws that Mike made down the stretch, and a lot of that was a result of going to him in the post against the zone that was working for them pretty well in the second half. What does that do for Mike's confidence, knowing that when the offense isn't at its best, you're trusting him to be the guy to provide buckets to get you out of maybe a little bit of a rut? Yeah,
I think it not only helps his confidence, but it helps the team. If we're struggling to make threes or we're struggling to make shots, well, we have somebody very reliable to throw the ball into. And, man, was he effective.
Coach, you mentioned Lamar looking tired. He played 39 minutes for you guys tonight. Were you looking to get him less involved and the game didn't allow it, or are you just not – is his usage rate not that much of a concern right now?
It's not a concern right now, but after the last few weeks of him, doing it all, you can see he looked a little fatigued. And you're right, I do have to get him out for a couple minutes here and there, just get him out. And I like Trent. Trent's been playing really well in practice. I just got to find Trent a couple more minutes here and there. But Lamar's been a do-it-all guy for us. And on his worst day, he still gets a double-double.
Pat, do you think that the turnovers that in the second half were maybe a result of the zone defense that they were playing, or was it trying to press when some shots weren't falling?
It was probably a little bit of both. our guys were trying to make plays, trying to do the right things, and we get a little too cute, trying to make hero plays instead of just being simple and solid. And when we have open shots, we need to shoot those open shots instead of passing up and trying to do something spectacular to wow the crowd. So we'll give them credit. It was a little bit of both. Them changing it up on freshman guards, and us trying to be just a little too cute.
You mentioned that the two Big Ten games that you played were sort of a way to benchmark the things that you had to work on. What are you trying to do over the next 4 games in terms of the feedback you got there and then what you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I like our defense. I like where we are there. Obviously, we did a heck of a job rebounding today. I want to play with more pace and tempo. I think we got to push the ball a little bit more. We got great speed with Ra, Jamari, Josh Reeves, Lamar, Mike, MJ sneaky fast, and even Miles. I wouldn't say Miles is slow. So I think we got great speed. I think on the offensive end, we need to play with more of that energy and pace to put defenses on their heels. And then put a group out there that's really starting to get cohesive. I'm still, mixing with the lineups. We just changed the starting lineup again today. So hopefully we can settle in on a starting lineup, and then we can settle in on a rotation.
How do you get guys better at those fast break situations? Because obviously you're really good in the million miles a minute scenario, but at the same time you see kind of some of those segments where the ball's flying out of bounds, and it just
and that's why you have 16 turnovers because we try to.
How do
play
you
fast.
get good at something that's that fast, especially when
You work on it in practice. Who's here? Josh can tell you. We just did it on Thursday. We played at an incredible pace on Thursday. And we didn't go very long. We only went about 75 to 80 minutes, but we played at an incredible pace just to get the ball up the floor. We call it 3 trips, bang, 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 bang. See where we are, see the decision making, fast to slow. We might have been a little too fast in certain possessions today, and that's where you saw some turnovers. But we got to keep working on that because I think it really benefits Lamar because they can't load up to him. And then Lamar has a little bit more space because he commands a double team every game he plays. And that's got to be frustrating for him too.
What are the challenges coaching when you're up by 19 in the first half and keeping it going, trying to
It's a
push
great
through
challenge. It is. It's a great challenge with a young, youthful group. I tell you what, Josh was great during that one of those timeouts where they started coming back because we kind of took our foot off the pedal a little bit, where we need to have that killer instinct to put a team away. 19 it should go to 25, and that's a learning process. And I'll flip it on you. When we've been down, these guys have dug deep and got us back to a 1-possession game. So we have that piece. Now we got to learn how to do this piece. But the schedule we put together it's a gauntlet. It's really, really difficult.
Lamar said after the last game that he felt like he has to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Pat, obviously, Rajier's importance today was really important. His performance today was really important as far as getting a win. But what can this do for him moving forward, having this type of efficient shooting performance?
Yeah, he's going to have to move up the list on the scouting report, I can tell you that. So now, Lamar's probably the top guy on the list. Ra's got to move up, and now you got to worry about Mike Watkins too. And they already know about Josh. So there's a lot of guys out there that they're going to have to worry about, and that's going to create a lot of space for us, which is exactly what we need. We need space out there for guys to make plays on the offensive end. So keep getting better, 1% better. That's our goal.
You have a week off. Can you talk about what you're going to do, and is it coming at a good time? And kind of off topic a little bit, you honored Patrick Moore out there today. What does that mean to you and the rest of the program?
Man, I was distracted a little bit, truthfully. I actually could hear the fans cheering for him, which was awesome. He means the world to us. He's at practice every day. He's one of our managers. He works in the office. He actually was a little sick a few weeks ago. We were very concerned. We had everybody was calling him and texting him, making sure he was all right. He's a big part of our family, big part, and we love him very much. The first part of your question again? You got me going with Patrick Moore, so I'm sorry. So the team is going to work on. We have study hours the next couple days, and then Monday they're going to take care. Obviously, they have exams. Tuesday we'll do some individuals. Wednesday we'll go back full team. Thursday full team, but not real taxing. Maybe 60 minutes just to make sure we stay in shape. And then Friday we really got to get back to it because got a really good NC State team 2:00 on. on Saturday. So it did come at the right time, and I think we'd all agree. 5-4, which is where we are. We're supposed to be where we are right now. We have a lot of growing pains. We have a lot of stuff to learn, and we'll continue to learn. But this is the perfect time to get a couple days off, get reacclimated, take care of our academics, and then come back hard in a few days. Good? Okay.
Lamar said after the last game that he felt like he needed to do more or wanted to do more. How do you get him satisfied with what he's doing and not, constantly thinking about how he has to carry more and more of the load?
You know what I think he's going to do? He's going to look at this box score and he's going to watch this game and go, I can trust these guys. I can trust Rozier. He already trusts Josh. So now he's going to trust Mike again, which is fantastic. So he's got a couple guys out there that he really trusts, that they've earned his trust too. And he can't, it's all between the ears. You can't, beat yourself up. And you can't be stressed out with every shot attempt or every missed assignment on defense. You got to just keep playing to get better, keep playing hard, keep competing. And he did. To get a double-double is pretty, it's fantastic when he didn't have a great shooting night.
Everybody's going to talk about Rozier's performance after this game, and Miles on the flip side has struggled a little bit in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
Where's his confidence like right now, and how has the team been kind of getting him to stay confident with a shot even when his three-point shot is not falling? How do you keep him engaged in the offense? Really
simple, defend and rebound, and he's doing that. And he's a big body. He was in there playing 25 in the post, and that's why right now he's in the starting position, is because I'm able to play different defenses with him, and he's very reliable. He's been well coached, so he's going to be able to body some of these guys. Where Ra's a little bit thinner, MJ's a little bit thinner. They got a little ways to go with that, but I'm still very confident in Miles Dredd.